All right, guys, what's up? Y'all doing today? So, I haven't been live in a long time, and I thought, why not now? Let's do it. So, first of all, nobody's in the stream yet, so I want to talk to myself, and then hopefully someone will join soon. It's a random live, I know, but what can you do? I got one thumbs up. Anybody in the stream right now, let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. What the heck is going on with my camera? Hold on, I'm using another camera. Let me see if I can do face track on this thing. What am I doing? That was weird. It just started moving. So I'm using a different camera for you to give you guys better quality. But now it's starting to move this way. What the heck? All right, so let me look at the chat. Oh man, this camera's crazy. Come on now, don't mess up on me now. It's better quality. I should have activated face track. But whatever. Let's look. I got people in the chat. We got 16 people here. Good afternoon. Audio and video both good. Excellent. I see you, but you look weird. Thank you. I probably look weird because this camera is going crazy. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Let me see if I can do face track or something. There it is right there. I think. No. But whatever. We're going to deal with it. We're going to deal with it because I don't want to stop the stream. And if it keeps on moving, we'll go from there. So, all right. Chris from Sydney, Australia. What's up, man? I see you look weird here and see you. Everything perfect. Sounds good. Everything perfect. Sounds good. Good working. How are you going to Colombia soon? I'm from Europe. Do you? Yeah, man. I'm in Colombia now. If I'm going to Colombia, so I'm in Colombia now. I made some videos recently. Do I need vaccines? Do you need vaccines to get to Colombia? If you're coming from Brazil, into Colombia, I know you need the yellow fever vaccine. That happened to me when I was traveling from Brazil, coming back to Colombia, and I had to go detour to Lima. I had to go to Peru instead of going. I lost my flight, and I had to go to Peru to fly to Colombia without getting that vaccine. So it was last minute. Let's see. Saludos todos. Buenas tardes, David. What's up? David, long time no here. Still in Medellin. I'm still here in Medellin, man. They can't. This is my favorite city in the whole wide world. Let me know, guys. Let me know if you like this camera better or you don't mind my computer camera, my webcam camera. So I know my webcam camera is not the best quality, and this is better quality, I think, but it keeps on moving on me. This camera's making me dizzy. You need to reimburse my lunch if I hurl. My bad. Oh man. Okay, I'm not gonna touch it no more. So leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it like that. And then I'll go back to my webcam. Let's see. My cousin was robbed by the stadium. Yeah. Anywhere in Medellin can be dangerous. That's the thing. Anywhere in Medellin can be dangerous. Um, Someone was talking to me about that the other day. What was he talking about? I forget. Something like that. And I told him, I basically told him anywhere you can get robbed. Imagine, especially in places where a lot of foreigners go that flash their fancy watches and chains. And I saw a video the other day on TikTok, and these guys were walking. I think they were in Cartagena, but out in the neighborhoods, not in the tourist area. Walk around, two guys with like gold chains on their necks, and this one dude just roll up on a motorcycle and try to snatch the chain, and then other motorcycles were circling them. So you come from the States, you wear nice chains, nice jewelry, then you come here, it's not where it's at. Yeah, man. Asking me if my show aired on A&E. Sorry, I was in Spain for 2 weeks. Yeah, bro. It's already airing. First episode was January 2nd, and then it's every Thursday at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Yesterday, the third episode showed up, and I think I haven't been able to see. I only seen the first episode because I'm in Colombia. We don't get in Colombia, but A&E let people see the first episode as kind of like a hook to get them to pay for subscription. So I saw the first episode. It was really good. I think in the second episode, they didn't show me my cases, and this third episode was supposed to be the like super good. It's actually one of my favorite cases that we did. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought about the show. I think you look great. Thank you. Let me see anybody else making comments on my camera. Practice my Espanol, going to Medellin. Can't wait. Wasn't able to go last May. Yeah, man. Spanish really helps here. Spanish really helps here because a lot of people don't speak English here. She got her arm cut and dragged down the street. She's not a foreigner. Oh, looks like a conversation within. How is Marshall Powell doing? I don't know. I was watching some of his an old video I did with him. I interviewed him a long time ago. I was looking back at my old videos and the way I filmed, the way I the content I made, just to get an idea. And I saw his video like with me interviewing him. I was like, oh, I wonder what's he. I think he went back to software. He was in the software world, so he's doing that now. A lot more money in doing software than YouTube for sure. Spirit Travel says, "Hey Dave, hope you'll continue with the barrio videos." Yeah, do you guys like that? Let me know in the comments. You guys like that? I mean, I can do more. They all look the same, kind of, but I don't mind going up and talk. I love going and talking to people that live up there because they're really cool people, really nice and generous with their time and humble. My God, this camera's killing me. Hold on. Here we go. Why are you moving, man? Okay. Are you Mexican? I'm Mexican American, I guess. Mexican heritage, but we've been in Texas. I would call myself a Texan because my family, my heritage has been in Texas since Texas was Spanish territory. So we go back far. And guys, I'm doing I'm doing a live video right now, so I haven't done one in a long time. If you guys like these live videos, I'll do more. But I'm thinking I want to do the playback for access to members only, members to the channel. So anybody who joins the membership for this channel, it helps support the channel because that really does help for me to kind of give me motivation, go out there and film more. And we'll be able to watch these videos on playback if you missed the lives, because I'm not organized with, hey guys, I want to be every Wednesday at 2 o'clock on live. I can't. I'm too spontaneous. Things happen. I say, yeah, let's go do it. I hate to be stuck to a schedule. But for the people who've joined the memberships already, I have a few. I appreciate you guys. I want to kind of give you guys something back. So the playback on this live video and the future live videos will be just for members only. So if anybody wants to join to support the channel, I really appreciate it. And I may do some other types of videos too for the members. Let's see. Let me go back to the question. Is this the camera Pocket 3? Yeah, this is the Osmo Pocket 3. I saw that you can use as a webcam. I'm like, you know what? Let me test it out. But for whatever reason, is not letting me do a webcam and face tracking at the same time. And that frustrates me all get out. I can't. I'm trying to. That's not right. Let me see. Nope, that's not it either. I'm not a tech guy. So, I think I know what's wrong. I need to tighten the tripod. The tripod needs to be tightened a bit. Ugh. All right, let me put it back here again. And if it moves again, I'll put it on my left side. Hold on. For you guys getting dizzy, I apologize. Here we go. Let's see if it stays. Cool. I don't want to show my kitchen. There we go. All right. Let's see. Any other questions? Do more live shows. I like it. Yeah, man. I don't mind it either. It's tough because you have to be on your game and answer questions live, right? No editing, but it's all good. Let's see. Any questions? And also, if you guys have any specific questions, super chats, that's the best way for me to see them, as you guys probably know. Keep it going. Great content. A&E lets you access their premium content through a number of paid subscriptions. Example, include Hulu, Sling TV, but there are many others you can buy regardless of your country. I may look into that. I may look into Hulu or Sling TV. I don't watch TV that much. I watch YouTube. I think most YouTube creators who make content for YouTube they're fans of YouTube. They watch YouTube. So I watch mostly YouTube, and then sometimes I watch Netflix. Not often. How do I like the Pocket 3? I think it's great. I think the stabilization, the stabilize, like walking and filming, is great. But the only problem with me with the Osmo Pocket 3 is when I interact with people, I like to talk to people. And when I first started my channel, I didn't talk to many people because that was during the pandemic and people were just afraid to be close to anybody, right? So I didn't get that chance. But I don't mind talking to people, I actually enjoy it. And when I talk to people, I want to be focusing on them and not focus on my camera. And with that Osmo Pocket 3, when I do like this to talk to somebody, I'm not sure where like right now. It's in front of me, and I'm trying to point to me, and it's going off to the right. It's like, so especially when I'm talking, interacting with people on camera. If you guys watch my videos in Europe, there was this one video. I think I was going from Barcelona back to Madrid, and we had trouble on the train. Like the train was broken. I was interacting with the people, and I was filming as I was talking to them, and the camera was filming their chest. It wasn't filming their face. Versus like a GoPro kind of camera. I just got a new camera, the Action Osmo Action 5, whatever. And that's a GoPro style. So literally, I could just talk to people and point in this direction, and I know I'm getting the person I'm talking to in the camera shot. So that's it. It just, as the kind of content I make, it's it's hard enough to be interacting with people, thinking of questions, that kind of stuff, making the scene, and then at the same time thinking about the camera. That's too much. But there's other YouTubers that I think this cameras would be great for them. The kind of people that, I guess, the YouTubers that don't go around interacting with people and they want to be on camera as well. Okay, so let's go. Let's look at these questions. Hmm. Let's say I'm deciding between Envigado or Laureles. Which do you recommend? I really can't decide. I would recommend just try both. That's the easiest thing. Just do both. Especially don't lock yourself into a long-term apartment with a directly with the owners. Go Airbnb and then do both. And the pros and cons for both. I love Envigado. I love the neighborhood. It's super safe. Um, it's cooler weather up there. The negative is it's kind of far from where I like to be. I like to be on the other side of Medellin, but the people like to be on that side. If you like having access to Poblado, um, those kind of areas, then Envigado is a better choice because it's closer and it's safe and it's also still Colombian vibe, I guess. Like the not so you won't see that many foreigners there, I guess. You will, but not as many as if you stay next to Parquilleras. Laureles, um, I just like this side. I like this side of Medellin better. So I really can't tell you. My advice is try both, and then you decide. So do like a month in Envigado, then do a month in Laureles, and decide. All right, I have a question, bro. Since you live in Colombia now, which food do you like more now, Mexican or Colombian food? That's a controversial topic, right? Again, this is only my opinion, but people say that Mexican food is the best food in the world or one of the best foods in the world. I tend to disagree. And I'm Mexican American, right? I grew up on Mexican food in my household and that kind of stuff. But I think I'm not sure if it's the fault of me living here in Colombia for so long. And Colombian food doesn't put that many spices in the food. It's literally just salt and maybe some cumin. I got used to like just very basic food. It's still delicious. I think if you're able to do recipes with very basic recipes and still keep it delicious, that's high quality food, man. That's good. That's good cooking. If you got to add a bunch of spices and seasonings and make it super spicy, and there's something wrong with it, right? Why are you hiding? What are you hiding? Um, so living here in Colombia for so long, I got used to that basic flavor that the other flavors are just too overwhelming. And that's crazy because when I first arrived here, I loved spicy food in all kinds of flavors. So now I understand when Colombians think, "Oh no, no, I can't eat that. It's too much. It's too much, too many flavors." Now I get it. I went to the other day. I went to an Arabic restaurant here. I actually did a video on it. I did a restaurant review. Let me know if you guys like that kind of content. It's coming out tomorrow. um, and it was amazing at the time I was eating, but then afterwards, my stomach, like maybe 3 or 4 hours later, my stomach started hurting a little bit because all the different ingredients they use, all the spices and stuff. I'm not used to it no more. Today I wanted to I got a menu of the day: chicken breast, rice, tajada, what is it called? Sweet plantain, fried sweet plantain, and salad with a nice soup and guarapo. I'm like, oh, that feels good in my stomach. It's like, and it's super healthy. All right, so let's see. We got 64 people, 26 likes, guys. To get the likes up, please. I really appreciate it. And if you guys have questions for me that you really want me to see, super chat, please. Yeah, see the likes up, likes up. And I think you guys can join the memberships on this live stream. I think if you guys click on that button, it has the option to join it as a member as well to support the channel. All right, I'm just going to scroll through these questions and see what comes out. What comes out? Let's see. What's the best menu of the day places? Any mom and pop restaurant, you're gonna get lucky. Now, higher kind of gourmet style menu today. I think Cafe Zeppelin's really nice and Laureles. But if you're just walking around and you see a menu today, just go in and most likely it's going to be good. Hey, Dave, I enjoy your content. I'm in the States, haven't been to Medellin since 22. I guess 2022. Miss it so much. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Big fan of your videos. Thank you, man. Thank you. I personally like all your content. Okay, so check out my video tomorrow and see if you like that kind of content because that was a pretty just going out and trying some food. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go through see any questions. Have you been seeing more expats in Medellin? I don't hang out in the places where expats normally hang out. I don't, so I don't really see foreigners. I do every once in a while, and it's funny because I can know who's a foreigner just by looking at them, right? I don't know. It's just the way, like, you ask any Colombian, any paisa, they'll say, yeah, it's by the way they walk or the clothes that they're wearing. You can just tell they're foreigner. So I see them from a distance, and then I think to myself, is this one of the person that watches my channel? I wonder, So, and then I can tell by looking at the foreigner or the expat, or whatever, if that person watches my channel or not. Like especially if they don't watch my channel. If it's a guy walking around with a tank top, shorts, and sandals, nah, he's never seen my channel. So, that kind of stuff. It's funny. All right. Do people get weirded out by you filming with a camera? Yeah, they look at me. Yeah, they get weirded out, especially here in Colombia. Like, especially when you walk around those neighborhoods, like, why is that guy walking around with the camera? It's kind of weird, you know. I think the most weirded out look I've got was when I was going from in Europe. I was going from Vienna to Krakow on the train, and I was filming the train. I was walking through the train. This one dude literally looked at me like, what's that guy's problem? And unfortunately, I had to sit next to that guy. And then I struck up a conversation off camera, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I thought you were so weird. Why you why?" No, no. He said, first of all, he said, "Why are you filming?" And I was like, "Well, I'm filming because making a video. Why would you make a video?" Well, this is interesting to me. I mean, we don't have trans like this in the States. I mean, we have trans like this, but it's not very common. I said, and he was so like judging of me. So that was weird. But after that, then we started talking, and he started telling me all the great things about his country and where I should go film and this and that. So it was like the initial reaction, and then things got cool. All right, let's see. Peruvian food is the best. I guess so. I mean, it's good food. I really liked when I was in Peru. This is before YouTube. I love their breads. Like they have so many different types of breads, and I think different types of potatoes too. Super good. And corn. They have different types of corn. So it's like a huge variety of food. Mm, in Lima, they're more like marisco, like shellfish and stuff. I don't really like seafood that much, but it was nice. So, but I don't know. I was only in Peru for a little bit, so I can't really give a solid opinion. David, when do you plan to starting to age? It doesn't seem to concern you. What do you mean by age? Like to look older, or it's like plan for my retirement? You're from Poland, so maybe okay. That might be your second language. So for retirement, I'm working, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Live in the present, right? Day by day. Anybody could walk outside their house and get hit by a truck. Literally, you gotta be careful, man. Okay, let's see. Show us a authentic perro caliente, a hot dog. I don't really like. Okay, maybe I might like it now because I've been in Colombia for a long time. When I first arrived, I tried the hot dogs in the street. I didn't like it because it was just too much stuff going on, especially like the hamburgers here, Colombian hamburgers, where like they put a very thin piece of meat and then a bunch of other stuff. I most likely still won't like that. I like they're now, thank God, they've brought in a lot of international foods. Like for me, I love cheeseburgers. So now we have some great cheeseburgers here in Medellin, like American style. Let's see. Which three new countries would you like to visit in the future? I would love to go to somewhere in the Middle East. You know, just because I see that the hospitality is so good over there, and that people are friendly, and the food. I love Middle Eastern food, even though nowadays it doesn't sit well in my stomach. But I love that food. So maybe I'd like to go see Turkey, Istanbul. Um, I would love, unfortunately, the things going on in Middle East right now, the wars and stuff in Lebanon. I would always want to go to Lebanon, but I don't think it's the safest right now. Um, and then another country besides that. Hmm. I would like to go back to Argentina because the steaks, the meat, some of the best meat in the world, the best steaks and empanadas. And I wouldn't mind going to check out Paraguay, but I heard Paraguay, Asuncion is very hot. I don't like hot weather, so we'll see. Ah, yes, I meant when you start look older. Ah, that's just genetics, man. Is gotta thank my mom's genetics for that, for not looking old. Okay. How did Nati and her family feel about you chasing the bad guys? At first, they were kind of worried, right? But then after a while, they saw that, well, they always knew I know how to take care of myself. Um, and they're okay about it. Of course, I mean we live here in Colombia, and things are dangerous here as well. I think that's why I wasn't that phased over there. I mean, there were some sticky situations where I was worried, and it's funny because I went on the Facebook on A&E's Facebook page to look at the comments. Like they would post, promo trailers and little clips of the show, and then some of the comments in the bottom were like, "Ah, this is so staged. This is so fake. It's so obvious." I'm thinking, no, man, not one bit at all was it staged or fake. Not one bit. But I think living here for 8 years and really prepared me for that show, you know. And also we took high precautions. I wore the bulletproof vest at all times. Vietnam. I would love to go. I would love to go to Vietnam. You say if you like the chaos in the streets, that's right. But I've seen those videos of crossing the street in Vietnam. It's crazy. Mm. India would be a place that might be a little bit too overwhelming for me because just by the videos, I'm not sure. I would have to go, but it's just crazy chaos. It's overwhelming, and also I'm not sure. I would hate to get sick and by the food. The one day I'll go. I've maybe I might go and just experience taking a train in India, man. That'd be crazy. All right, we got a member. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Oscar Rivas, for joining as a member, man. I really appreciate it because joining as a member to the channel really helps out the channel. You guys, I did a TV show. I was on A&E, but I didn't make that much money, honestly. One of my friends like, oh, David, now you're set for life. Nah, man, they didn't pay me that much at all. Honestly, it was like opportunity. So I took it. I took what they offered me because I saw the opportunity to do something new. You know, who knows? If there's season two, maybe I'll make more money. But or I actually, honestly, if I can get my channel growing to where I'm getting consistently good views, or the memberships grow to where I can do this full time, I would rather do this full time. Go out and make videos for you guys than going back and doing the TV series. That was tough, man. It was a full year of it wasn't easy. Okay, it wasn't easy. Let's see. Remy's asking best places to meet a good girl. The thing about it is, man, to meet a good girl, like you have to come here for. I mean, you could get lucky and meet like I don't know if a lot of you guys come here just for a week, for a few days, whatever. If your jobs can permit longer, or that's it. But you could get lucky, come here and meet a good girl the first couple days. Great. But really, to meet a good girl, you need to be here longer and the best time, because the best way is through mutual connections and making friends. So the best thing to do is just get involved in groups. Go learn how to dance. Go any kind of hobby you want to do. Just go do in those groups and make friends, genuine friends, even if it's the guys or people, girls you're not interested in. Make friends, make genuine friends, and then they're gonna start inviting you out to do stuff together, and then that's how you make more connections. That's how Colombians do. That's how here in Latin America. That's how they meet their partners, through mutual connections. So the best place to go is just get involved in groups, man. I've always said that. Which travel YouTubers do I follow myself? Lately, I've been watching this one dude named Dale Phillips. He's good, and he does a lot of content in India. That's why I've been watching those Indian videos. I like him. He's from Scotland. And another dude I watch off and on is Steve Marsh. He's also Scottish. He's an older gentleman. Sometimes he films by himself and also with his girlfriend. He just does travel videos around the country, Europe. Um, and who else do I watch? Harold Balder, I used to watch a long time ago, and I watch every once in a while when he puts up videos. He's like the original guy of doing this type of content that we do. He was like one of the first ones to start that concept, so I give respect to him. And that's about it. I watch a lot of UFC stuff, so anything like UFC that comes up, like right now, there's gonna be fights tomorrow. I'm watching that as well. Am I a star now with my recent TV series? I have no idea, man. Like I'm not able to watch my own TV series. I don't know how it's going, and I don't live in the States, so I don't get that. I don't see what's happening over there. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see if the show is good. It hits number one. I think it's number two right now in A&E, and it's a little bit behind the number one show. So we'll see. They should give our ratings, I think, next week for this week's ratings. Yeah, thank you, Joshua, for the $5. Are you still available for consultation? I don't do consultations that much, but yeah. Send me a message on Instagram. We can set something up for sure. My Instagram is in my description. Just send me a message there. Ace, yeah, Ace Live. I haven't watched him in a bit, but I see him. He's been in Europe, so I watched a few of his videos in Europe. Bald and Bankrupt. I used to watch him a lot, but I stopped watching him. You know, he's good, but I just don't. When I see his videos, I don't really click on him. I click more on Dale Phillips and Steve Marsh right now. I'm watching them right now, so it's off and on. You know, you see people you follow. Mm, Marshall Powell was the OG for me. Yeah, here in Colombia, I think he was one of the first ones. Actually, it's funny because he started filming like I think a couple years after I arrived here. And when he first arrived, we didn't know each other at the time, but he stayed in the first he stayed in the Airbnb where I first stayed when I first arrived in Medellin. So exact same Airbnb. I think it's probably the same room that I stayed in. And the only reason why I knew that is because on one of his videos he showed like where he's staying. I was like, oh, that's the Airbnb I stayed at, in his El Estadio. And then his roommate was one of the roommates I stayed with before, and she told me, oh, yeah. But found that kind of interesting. Yeah, episode 3 aired last night. Let me know what you guys thought about episode 3, if you guys watched it on the show. When is the premiere day of your show? It happened January 2nd. It's already premiered, Melvin. I'm going to the Barranquilla Carnival. What do you recommend first time? I've been to Barranquilla one time. I went to the carnival, But that was because my girlfriend saw on Instagram was the carnival, but it wasn't. It was like a mini carnival for children. So we went there, but I don't know. It's going to be packed. Book a place soon. That way you have a place. It won't get all booked up, and have a good time. And just dress like the locals. Don't take anything out that you don't want to be stolen. Protect your pockets. Put all your stuff in the front pocket, and don't get super wasted in the streets. Don't get wasted here in Colombia. Don't pick fights. If someone tries to rob you with a weapon, just give them your stuff, and then have a good time, man. All right. All right, guys. A lot of people are in and making a lot of comments. So if I miss your questions, forgive me. And you can just do a super chat to make sure I see your comment. 50 likes, 71 people. Let's get the likes up, guys. Please, please. Mr. Bald's days are over. I don't think so, man. Not at all. He puts out a video in the first 5 hours, man. He gets 800,000 views. So that dude, he's good, but and I watched some of his stuff. Do Spanian, yeah, I've seen his stuff too. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's a good guy. He's gone to. The funny thing was when he went to some like quote unquote dangerous neighborhoods in Europe. He was going like in the morning. He accidentally showed his watch. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning. So most places aren't pretty dangerous in the morning. And then when he came here to Medellin, he accidentally stayed in a hotel in El Centro without knowing. Because a lot of you guys make the mistake. You find hotels for cheap, and they happen to be in El Centro, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna stay there. So he stayed there, and he walked a little bit around his hotel. He does like Spanian does like the dangerous neighborhood videos and stuff. So he walked a little bit around, I think a couple blocks, went to a bakery, a panaderia, asked, hey, is this dangerous? And they're like, yeah, you shouldn't walk that further. So they called an Uber to get a haircut, and he made the video seem like he was in a dangerous area, but he was in, I think, Manila. He went to Manila Poblado, which that's where all the foreigners go. It could be dangerous. There's a lot of people that go there to steal and to rob, that kind of stuff, but it's not all you guys been there as well. But I think just maybe lack of research. If he was to come back, he can send me a message. I'll take him to some neighborhoods. He went to Comuna 13 too and got a tour around there, I think. But nowadays, Comuna 13, especially like around graffiti tour, that's literally the graffiti tour area is literally the safest area in Medellin, hands down. Nothing's gonna happen to you there. It's protected by the gangs over there. Okay, let's see. So, guys, let me know. Do you guys like this camera better or the webcam camera? The webcam is bad quality, but I think it's just better. I think this camera is better. Let's see. Let me see any questions, guys. Super chats if I'm missing you. Joshua, you're the only person I follow on IG. Oh man, I feel bad because I don't really put that much on IG. I need to start putting more on IG, man. I need to up my games on the other platforms. Because look what's happening to TikTok. What's up with TikTok? I guess Sunday is the last day in the States. So any of these platforms could just be gone. I need to start posting on other platforms. I tried a little bit on in Facebook, but I think Facebook's dead as well. I don't know, man. Okay, let's see. Thank you, man. Is it only know you from your videos, but you seem like a nice guy and genuine. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I think anybody who met me in person can say that I'm pretty much the same in person as I am in my videos. I don't put on an act. Literally, I'm just talking to you guys as my friends. Like I started this channel during the pandemic when I couldn't talk to anybody, because everybody's all locked in and you can only call your friends so many times, in a day. So I started making videos on the balcony, drinking a beer and talking to the camera. And I was talking to the camera like the camera was my friend. So that's just how I always done it. No act, no over the boat show and screaming and like the Mr. Beast style, whatever. Mr. Beast annoys me. But anyways, if he was to invite me on his channel, I'll go on. But it's just annoying. All right. Do you think the election in Colombia will bring much improvement similar to Argentina? I don't know. Argentina is improving, right? That president is doing a good job with the economy. It unfortunately that it used to be cheap. Now it's going to become hopefully. I hope the economy improves and the people who live in Argentina, but then it's going to be expensive to go. But whatever. Hopefully things get better over there. I love the steaks. Marwa, I haven't seen Marwa's content in a long time. I don't do social media. Yeah, me neither, man. I'm horrible at social media. Like the people on the production for the TV series, like they're really good about taking pictures. Especially the talent, the other girl that did the series with me. She's really good. She has Instagram. Everything's professional. All the photos and wow, you know. And me, like she doesn't have a YouTube channel. She just has Instagram. And me, I have a YouTube channel. I'm horrible at freaking social media. How many steps are you walking these days? I'm trying to get at least 10,000 steps in. And I want to get out more and make more videos. Just right now, I have some obligations I have to take care of close by the house. I couldn't really leave. So I thought, you know what? Let me just make it live for you guys. And I want to make the playback available to members. So if you guys want to see the playback, I'm for members. So join them as a membership helps the channel. What's the deal? What's the deal? Is Colombia going to take over Venezuela? Bro, what's going on with Venezuela right now? That's crazy. You guys see that the United States upped the bounty for the president of Venezuela up to $25 million. If you, I think it's only for like information for his arrest, whatever. But $25 million for him, and I think $25 million for someone else in his cabinet. What the heck's going on? Why hasn't nobody gotten that guy yet? I think years ago it was like 15 million. Nobody did nothing. So who knows, man? I don't know. But will Colombia become like Venezuela? I have no idea. I don't know. That's why you gotta stay flexible. You gotta if things start. I mean, I hate for that to happen, but just like what happened in Venezuela, a lot of people had to leave their country. I think if that happened here, a lot of people would leave the country. But I don't think so. Oh my lord, you have not an interview with Nadia Biaxe Cocktails Comuna Tres to get her. Is that the same girl that everybody has in the YouTube channels nowadays? The is it Vanessa Martinez, or that girl that sells cocktails in Comuna Trece. Hey, no hate, man. She's become famous. She actually started her own YouTube channel. Now she gets like a lot of freaking views. Good for her. Good for her. But everybody's making these videos like, oh, the Colombian girl shows me her hood, and it's the exact same girl, and the hood is the graffiti tour. You know, San Joaquin, San Joaquin. Yeah, of course I've been to San Joaquin. That's near La Setenta, of course, man. I used to live in San Joaquin. I have been seeing her often. Yeah, man, it's just everywhere. Or there's other people like they do a video and they're in the centro and like this Colombian girl. I met this Colombian girl in the centro and she showed me around. And it's like this super hot model in el centro buying empanadas and like they walk up on her and all of a sudden she's showing around. That's not. I think that's fake. I think that's made up, man. Just to get the thumbnail and the clicks, which is working. That's great. Good for you. But let's see. That's the other girl is not this girl from Kumuna Tres. Is another girl I saw a video on. Let's see. Do you ever see Rami from Rami Travel Vlogs? That's how I found your channel when you guys talking about Tinder and Medellin. I don't know where Rami's at right now, but he comes back to Medellin often. Um, he's pretty sporadic with his vlogs too, as I am as well, which I need to improve that. For some reason, towards the end of the year, I just stopped uploading. And then I started uploading back in January, which is the worst time to upload videos because the ads, the for payment for ads, it's higher in December because everybody's shopping for Christmas. So the businesses pay higher rates for the ads. And then January, February is literally the worst time to upload videos because they've already spent all their advertising allowance to December. So now they're not gonna spend nothing. So I always pick the wrong time to upload, man. Whatever. But I'm gonna stay consistent because this YouTube channel to me is very important. I want to keep it going. Hmm. Can you make a video in San Joaquin? I've made a video in San Joaquin walking around. When the video I was talking about, I'm not sure if it's still up though. When I was talking about the reasons why not to buy property here in Colombia in Medellin, that was San Joaquin. I was walking around it. Let's see. What's the deal? Let's see. Do you think election in Colombia? Yeah, Facebook. Like this one, like I think Dale Phillip does it. He has freaking he uploads to YouTube and also Facebook. And I think in other countries around the world, people are really big on Facebook. He has like millions of followers on Facebook, man. It's crazy. All right, let's see. Let's go through the questions. Hey Dave, I'm enjoying the Fugitive Hunters Mexico. What were your favorite parts of filming? I really enjoy being like with the director, like I worked with many different directors in that series, and being with them and seeing like the way that they film, the way they think about certain shots they're going to take and certain things they want to get on camera, and the reason behind it. I really enjoyed that, and working with the officers, great. Um, and when the action happened, like when things started popping off, that's when it was a lot of fun, because there was a lot of downtime, because working as investigating, right? So when they're trying to find someone, a fugitive hiding in Mexico, it's a lot of investigation. So and that's a slow pace, going around the neighborhoods, talking to people, staking out places. I mean, we would stake out places for like 8 hours, man, without leaving the car. It was, you know, that stunk. That stunk because oftentimes we were in in a small car, because they would use smaller cars to get close to the suspect's house, like where they thought the suspect was going to be. Because in Mexico, a lot of the bad people knew the type of vehicles that those cops use, right? There are certain types of vehicles. So like if you see that type of vehicle go into the neighborhood, the bad people know, oh, those are officers, undercover officers. So they will get smaller cars, and I will be in the back seat of the smaller car. And sometimes one of the officers who's driving is a big guy too, so he has his seat back, and I'm there squished up for like 7 hours in stakeout. Man, that was horrible. That was horrible. But when things started popping off, it got excited. It got exciting for sure. Let's see. Thanks, man. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, guys. Like it. It's 83 people, 60 likes. Thank you, guys. New subscriber here. Recommendations for hotel in Poblao. I don't know many hotels. Actually, I think someone else made a comment. This is a Airbnb city, and the reason why is there are hotels, and there are like Colombian style hotels, like which are smaller. Like those are harder to find online. You have to be here in person, I believe. But the reason why this Airbnb city is because during the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever it was, during the time was very dangerous here in Medellin. A lot of the big franchise hotel companies didn't want to invest money over here. So that's why you won't find a bunch of franchise hotels here. And that's why it's an Airbnb city, because a lot of people, like Paisa culture is business culture, and they saw the opportunity. They started just putting out a bunch of Airbnbs. If Airbnb ever becomes illegal here, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Okay, so I saw it when preparing for my first trip to Colombia, which was to Manizales, which I want to go back. I haven't been back to Manizales in a long time. I want to go back and make a video for you guys, hopefully soon. Trying to learn Spanish. Do you feel you mastered Spanish at this point? Or are you learning any others? Yeah, I feel like I've mastered Spanish. Of course, I make mistakes still, because the reason why is I'm self-taught Spanish. I learned on my own, by listening, by reading. I'm not formally educated in Spanish, so I make little mistakes here and there. Um, and of course, I don't speak as I'm not like I can't go to a university and give like a lecture on something very sophisticated. but I can have I'm pretty fluent when I'm speaking Spanish. I think in Spanish, so I don't try to. I'm not translating in my head. It just comes out. Um, am I trying to learn any others? I would love to perfect my Portuguese. When I went back to Brazil years ago, or just a couple years ago, when I made some videos for you guys, my Portuguese was coming back because I used to go to Brazil quite often. I had an ex from there, and my Portuguese was getting kind of good. And when I first arrived this last time, it was like, oh my god, I hardly speak. But then after I was there for 3 months, and after a month or so, my Portuguese was coming back. So I'd love to go back to Brazil and just perfect my Portuguese. So I think Brazil is a great country and the people are great. I'd love to spend more time over there. Are you going to do an interview with Razor Rays? It would be cool if you pulled up to his panel. He came on one of my live streams one time when I was doing a call in live stream. I was using that StreamYard thing, but I'm trying out this just YouTube live and see what happens. The benefit about StreamYard is you can have people call in, and also you can like go on the internet and show different things and share your screen. Here, I can't do that, but whatever. Would I go on his panel? I guess if he invites me, if it's a topic that I know what I'm talking about, why not? I know I've seen a few of his videos, and I know like they get a lot of drama, like Jerry Springer kind of stuff, people fighting and stuff. But I'm not the type to fight and argue. I just if someone wants to argue with me, I'm like, yeah, whatever, bro. It's whatever you. As I get older, I could care less what people. You can think whatever you want to think. I got my opinion. You got yours. No big deal. Yeah, Dan Carlton Hotel. That's like the I think it's the sister hotel to Ritz Carlton. Be careful with the park. There's a park called I forget. I think it's called the Presidential Park. I can remember. It's right next to the Dan Carlton. During the daytime, that park is fine to walk through. At nighttime, don't walk through there. It's dangerous. What's the safest place currently in Medellin to live? Estrata 6? I don't know. I haven't been to many Estrada 6, man. I don't know. Maybe Las Palmas, but you're going to be way out. You'll need a car, right? Um, it's not in Medellin, but it's close. It has the metro. It's connected to it. I think Sabaneta is one of the safest places to live when it comes to like petty crime and theft. And the reason why, and again, it's not part of Medellin. It's a municipality connected. The reason why is because the Sabaneta used to be a pueblo, and the streets are made for a pueblo, but it's grown so much with population and buildings and people and that kind of stuff. But they haven't grown the infrastructure of the streets with the growth of the people. So the traffic there is horrible. But to the benefit, because the traffic is horrible, the thieves that go on motorcycles, they don't go rob there that much because they don't have easy access to leave. Like they don't have easy exits. The places where like the most robberies happen, like for example in Laureles near Nutiara, for example, because Nutiara connects to San Juan and I believe 33, and those have fast routes those neighborhoods, the poor upper dangerous neighborhoods. So they have fast exits. They can get out quick. Conquistadores as well. That was like one time Conquistadores was a very it's a strata 5 high class neighborhood was rated as the highest crime, like highest thefts in all of Medellin because it had access to 33 and then to 65, which are main highways that have quick escape routes. And also, this Conquistador had like a lot of parks, and it was quiet. And usually in the rich neighborhoods, people don't walk in the streets, so the streets are empty. And it gets darker at 6:30, so at dusk, at 5 o'clock, 6, you're walking the street. It's dark, it's empty. They'll come on the motorcycle, they'll rob you, and they'll take off. That's where I got robbed on my motorcycle. They took my motorcycle from me in that neighborhood. Um, but in Sabaneta, there's no escape routes, man. I mean, it's backed up traffic, um, so it's safer there. And then after that, I think Envigado is pretty safe too. Envigado is pretty safe, but then Envigado was safe because there was reasons behind that because it was protected. That's where like I won't go into detail, but it's protected. But the problem is a lot of people from other countries next door, like Venezuela, they started coming over. Like the good people came, and also some bad people came, and those bad people didn't know the rules. And I think there's some thefts in the Miguel that started happening. But yeah, but again, I live anywhere. Me personally, I live anywhere, and I just won't worry about it because I know how to take care of myself. I know how to what not to do, how not to dar papaya in Colombia or in Medellin. Let's see, using the do people in Colombia default to using usted when first meet someone, or is it only based on age? I think it's based on age and also in work environment. So if you have someone that's above you, which you guys are not going to be working in a company, but in a company, if someone's above you in rank, you usted, sí señor, sí señora. I've noticed that it's funny because my girlfriend would say that it's like sí señora to a girl that's like her same age, but she's higher ranked. But just in general, if the person's not older than you, this you can use tú. Let's see. I'm a gringo, and I'll gladly do Strato 8 and stay there. Yeah, if you don't mind paying for Uber and getting around that way and not very walkable, because you're probably up in Las Palmas, whatever. Let's see. What's up, David? Let's see. What's up, David? How many episodes in the TV show are you in? Are you in every episode? Well, I'm not in every episode because the episode 2 I wasn't in, but this last episode 3 I was in. I was in the first one. I'm not sure how many I'm in. I mean, I haven't even seen all the episodes. I saw a few like rough cuts when they were done, like still editing, and then I watched the first episode because that's available for everybody. But I don't know. I haven't. I've worked a whole year on the show, and I've not been able to watch the. Not gonna be able to watch the show. Let's see. Chicano from Texas. I still can't learn Spanish. I'm not smart enough to. Yeah, man. Well, I'm from Texas too. I'm Hispanic, and my parents didn't teach us Spanish. My siblings, I have siblings that still don't speak a lick of Spanish. I just my desire was great. I wanted to. I wanted to speak my language, so I really put the effort in. You know, it takes a lot of effort. I remember my brain was hurting in the front, like that part of your brain. It was just killing me. Because I moved to when I was 18. I moved to Mexico, Saltillo, Mexico, and I spent 2 months there. And I literally only knew how to say baño, queso, tortilla, like the little stuff, leche, that kind of stuff. Because of I grew up in a Hispanic household, you know. But and my parents, when they spoke Spanish, it was when they were fighting, arguing. So we just kind of zoned them out when they were fighting. They don't want us to understand. That's the reason why I'm speaking Spanish. But when I first went to Saltillo, Mexico for the first 2 months, man, it was like I was really trying to learn, and this front part of the brain was hurting a lot. But then after a while, you start picking it up. Have I been to Rio? I guess you're saying Rio de Janeiro. Thoughts on the city? Yeah, I've been to Rio de Janeiro many times, many years ago, and also 5 years ago, which maybe that's many years ago as well. But I like the people. I like the beach. I love Brazilian beach culture. I love that you can be on the beach, chilling, and the people selling like the food and the drinks. They're literally walking around with grilling meat, and selling your meat, selling your drinks. It's great. I love Brazilian beach culture, and the people are so friendly over there. Rio de Janeiro, I think it's kind of dirty. When I last went, I stayed in an Airbnb. I'm not sure if it's because of the location, but it just kind of smelled a little bit when I walked outside. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I personally I need to go back. Maybe I need to go back check it out, and I need to see the other parts of northern Brazil. But I personally like South Brazil because it's a little bit more clean, it's more organized. Um, but maybe I need to go back and go check out the Rio again, and also see the other parts of North Brazil like Fortaleza, Salvador. Oh, I need to go check it out. Why can't I watch the show? Because I'm in Colombia and I don't. It doesn't come here yet. It's only in the States. I know there's some stuff I can check out, but I need to do my research. I tried a streaming thing, but I didn't like it. I didn't like how it was. So. Let's see. Rio is dirty and dangerous. Yeah, it's just a little bit too dirty for me, man. I mean, that same thing with in Mexico. When I was in Mexico, like Tijuana and Mexicali were super dirty, just stunk. I did a video when I crossed the border from Tijuana to San Diego, and I made the comment like Tijuana stinks. The sewage, man. It's just maybe I'm spoiled being here in Medellin. You know, I don't know. And look, I'm looking outside my window right now. I'm seeing these green mountains, beautiful. And in Tijuana, Mexico, it's all deserts. It's just dry. But that's just the location. There's no fault behind that. But the sewage, man, just stunk. Rio didn't stink as bad as Tijuana, Mexico. I think that's probably the worst smelling places I've been to so far. Do I consider Rio more dangerous than Medellin? I think you're asking me if Medellin. No, I, I wasn't. I stayed in Sao Paulo when I went back, and I think people would say Sao Paulo is more dangerous than Rio if you ask them. I think, and I didn't feel that I didn't feel the danger there. One reason is because I know there's thieves. There are thieves over there, but I think they're mostly on foot. Most of the videos I've seen of people stealing, they run up on people, they take their stuff, and then they run away. I think in Rio they had this thing where a bunch of kids or a bunch of young people would run out into the beach, like I don't know, 50 of them, take as much as they can, and then run away. You know that kind of stuff. But and also the in the streets too, like two guys will run up and take your stuff and run away. The thing with me is my self awareness is very high, especially here in Colombia. Because here in Colombia, Medellin, they don't run up on you; they ride up on you on a motorcycle, which is a lot faster. You have to be aware. And when I was in Sao Paulo, it was very easy for me to be aware of my surroundings. So I would see people from a distance that were kind of suspicious, and I just wouldn't go in their direction. You know, so I didn't feel it was unsafe. I literally walked in Sao Paulo, I think one of the more dangerous areas, but I didn't make the title. My mistake. I didn't put the title "Walking Through Zombie Land, Sao Paulo," which I did. I just to me it was like no big deal, you know. Let's see. You like the video about me giving advice on what not to do in Colombia? Yeah, my sitting my walk my talking to the camera videos do very well, but I can only talk about so many topics, you know, versus me going out and filming and having interaction with people. I think that's just I can consistently do that better. I may make those kind of videos as well, and maybe make those access to members only. I'm not sure. We'll see. So I know I know some guys here in Medellin are like selling these courses for like thousands of dollars, teaching you guys how to move to Medellin. And I think that's like, yeah, you don't need to spend $1,000 to learn how to move to Colombia. You just come, here and then take my advice on how to stay safe. Is the northern Mexican cities still dangerous for Americans? Um, I mean, anywhere can be dangerous. Anywhere, you know. I know in Mexicali and Tijuana there were quite a few murders of Americans by like I think the really bad people. Okay, there was this one I was staying in Tijuana. There's one road that connects Tijuana to Ensenada. I think that road that goes down all the way down to down the state. And there was this a group of American kids driving, and this other car just pulled up right next to them and just shot up their car and killed them for no reason. Maybe there was a reason, but the news didn't talk about it. You know, so I think in Mexico the danger is more if you get on the wrong side of the cartel if they're looking for you. You know, here the danger is if you're sticking out or you're showing your stuff too much and two guys see you on a motorcycle and they pull up on you and they rob you and then you put up a fight and then they'll kill you. I saw a video in Bogota. It was actually a Colombian, and this two guys on a motorcycle pulled up to him, took his bag, and he started fighting him. Like he tried to punch him and stuff. And the guy already had his gun out, and he was trying to fight him. And the bad guy just backed up and shot him like 3 times in the chest and killed the guy. I'm like, why would you do that? And this dude being in Colombia, I know the whole thought of not letting these people do bad things and fight back, but that's your life, man. Your life's worth more than a bag or a cell phone. 'Cause- 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 Let's see. Let's see. David, thanks for your video. I'm visiting Medellin soon. I'm staying in Bombona, La Canaria. My Spanish is intermediate, maybe intermediate advanced. Do you think it's I'm making a mistake staying there? And Bombona is not. I mean, it's again anywhere in Medellin is dangerous, but Bombona is somewhat safer than like if you were staying near um, Parque Berrio, where all the fat statues are. That's more dangerous. But Bombona, I think you're okay there. Just mm, don't get lost at nighttime. Be like if you go out at night in that area, just go to where like it's a lot of people are. Don't walk in streets that are empty. That's everywhere in Medellin. Don't go anywhere in streets that are empty at nighttime. Be with around people because bad people will see that as opportunity. Oh, this dude's walking down the street empty. Let's go rob him. You know. Where did you feel the most unsafe? Um, Are you asking me here in Colombia or just in general, like in my film in Mexico and stuff, shooting a series in Mexico, or anywhere in the world? Most unsafe. Well, there was this. There's. I'm not sure. It's not going to come out on the series on the TV series, not because we didn't film it, but we were out in an area called El Valle in outside Mexicali, which is the like cartel run zone area. It's very dangerous. Whenever the cops go out there at that way, they man, they have all the vehicles with them. Like they go on a big old convoy and they get their extra weapons, to get their all their bullets, everything extra, right? And everybody's wearing a bulletproof vest. All the cops are. So we went out there, and the first time I went, I felt kind of sketchy. They have military presence out there. They have military that goes around patrolling the area, and because we're in a huge convoy of like white Suburbans and trucks, stuff like that, the military thought we were the cartel. So they pulled up on us and they had all their weapons on drawn on us. So it was like almost like a standoff for a moment. Um, and that was like, oh shit, if we make a wrong move, it can get bad because the vehicles aren't bulletproof at all. No way. It'll go through the vehicle like Swiss cheese. But there was a time when we were out there and they got called in, like all units to this one spot, and like the radio called like a code, and the two guys that were driving, like the one guy driving, the other guy there, kind of looked at each other. This guy grabbed the long weapon and started like preparing it, make sure it's all ready, and we took off. We were in the valley. We had to get back to the city, and that's like a 3 hour distance, and we got there like in 1 hour. We're driving super fast. Police vehicles don't have the stop limit on the speed in the engine. So they were driving super fast, man, on a two-way uh, highway, like a small highway that has two lanes, but oncoming traffic. And on the side of the road is like dirt, like sand. So if you hit the sand, you'll spin out. That was super scary. But what was most scary was on the radio when they were calling for backup and all units to the location because there was like a firefight with the cartel. We were hearing in the radio um, gunshots, pop, 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 and then people in the background say, help us, we need help, ayuda, auxilio," like the other officers on site yelling for help, and I'm thinking, holy crap, what are we gonna find when we get there? And I'm hoping that by the time we get there, it'll be over because yeah, that was probably the most scared I've been in a long time. Throughout the whole shooting and all my travels and stuff, because we were going to the firefight, and that's the thing with police officers or firemen, whatever. When everybody else is running away, they're going towards. And that's yeah, that was freaking scary. Nice. Do you see yourself living in Colombia for the rest of your life or going back to States? I don't see myself. I can't speak on the future. It could happen, but as of today, right, my present state of mind, I don't see myself living in the States. I go back to the States. Whenever I go back to the States, I just want to get out as quick as possible. when I was in Tijuana shooting and I would cross over to California, I wanted to get, I wanted, even though I wanted to get out of the States, I want to go back. I wanted to go back to Mexico as soon as possible, man. I don't know the vibe. I don't know, just the culture. Maybe it's the everybody driving cars, nobody in the streets walking. And it's just, to me, this feels very isolated. I know if you go to New York or Chicago and everybody's in the streets, that's different. And it is. And I personally like New York, but the cost of living in New York is super high, you know? Um, but a lot of the majority of America is like what I just described, and that to me is depressing. I like people in the streets. I like people walking around, interacting with people. Some of the nicest people are Americans. Like when I would cross over to California and just sitting around in America, that's where people they just randomly talk to you for no reason and start a conversation. That doesn't happen very often in other countries, you know. So that's a good thing about in the states. Let me see. I got a notification. 1 second. I'm supposed to be meeting Nati. Dice que en 30 minutos más. Uh-oh. So I gotta go in about 30 minutes. I gotta go in about 15 minutes and meet Nati. We're gonna go dance salsa. So I was just killing time with you guys. But let me look through the questions real quick. We got 94 people, 80 likes, over an hour. If you guys have any questions that you want me to answer, send a super chat real quick and I'll get to it. But other than that, I'll move through quick questions and then we're gonna have to close up pretty soon. I'm liking this camera. Actually, now that I'm using the camera and I figured out how not to move it around, I like this camera. I want to use it more. And I may have to do more lives for you guys. Film your salsa dancing. Maybe, maybe. I love America. Made me millionaire. God bless USA. I'm proud of where I come from, where I was born. I'm proud of. I even say I'm proud to be Texan. I am proud to be Texan. You know, and I look back. But the thing is, growing up, like the times have changed, right? So when I was younger, back in those days, and everybody says it, right? Back in my day, it was different. But I miss those times, you know, in the states. Um, Nothing here in NYC is super overrated. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like the aggression too. People are amazing in the states. A lot of friendly people, but there's also a lot of aggression over there. Let me see. I'm going through some questions. What's your thoughts on Americans visiting Monterrey, Mexico? Is it safe to visit? Yeah, I lived in Monterrey for a year. That's where I learned my Spanish mostly. My most of my Spanish, and it's safe. It's not the prettiest of cities because it's like an industrial city where people go to make money. But yeah, go man. I mean, why not? Go check it out. I think the only unsafe places would be I don't know, Sinaloa, Culiacan. But even then, you can go there. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get checked on. You know, who are you and why you here, kind of thing. But yeah, East Coast known to be more aggressive. But anywhere in the states, man, anywhere in the states is just more aggressive. I've been here for in Colombia for 8 years. I've never seen a fist fight in the streets. I've never seen in like at bars, clubs, whatever. I've never seen two Colombians just start fighting. The only time that happens is during a soccer game or football game when rivals will fight. But other than that, I've never seen like an argument like, "Hey, why are you looking at my girl?" You know, and then a fist fight happens. No, actually, here, if you look at someone's girl, they'll take it as a compliment. Now, be careful with going out with that guy's girlfriend because I've heard many situations where guys will take revenge on the guy for taking his girl. You know, I'm talking about like stabbing and shooting, that kind of stuff. And this happens Colombian on Colombian. So ooh, yeah, I'm live, man. But you're coming in late on the live. About to be closing the shop, but I'm leaving. I'm doing the replays for members. So if you guys want to see the replay of this live and me answering a bunch of questions, just talking to you guys, join the membership to the channel, and it helps me because I don't make that much money making videos. I don't have that big of a channel. I'm not getting that much views. But I would like to keep making videos. So if you guys help by supporting by joining the membership, that'll keep me going and also give me motivation to go out there and film. And I want to start doing videos of me going to different locations. Like I'll still do here in Medellin, but I want to like take a trip to a pueblo like outside of Medellin or maybe to another city like Manizales or Pereira or Bucaramanga and take you guys with me. Show you guys the journey to get there, and then also show you guys the city. So be looking out for that. See if you guys like that as well. I will be going to Colombia solo this year. You inspired me to travel around the world. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I'm happy that I inspired you. I've been traveling since I was 17, man. I started just whenever I had time, vacation, I'll just go. So, and traveling alone too. I travel many places alone. And when I did a backpacking trip in Europe when I was 24, 5, first time ever solo traveling. I did 6 months, and that's where I really like kind of found myself. Like when you're young, you're kind of like, who am I? Where am I? Where do I stand in this world? And that just kind of helped me. It was really good. It was a really good journey. Keep up the good work. Nice to see vloggers showing the real side of the city's respect. Yeah, man. Like no problems. Like when I travel, even before YouTube, I would just walk and get lost and search the city. I never really liked seeing the touristy sites. That never really intrigued me. Have you ever been to Buenaventura? I've been to Cali, but I haven't been to Buenaventura. That's the closest I've been to. I may go. I may go. Why not? I've been to Capurganá, which is in Choco. That was an experience. I was again before YouTube, and that was crazy experience. I almost died from food poisoning. It was scary. I wish I would have had a camera during that time. That was just scary and sketchy as well. Okay, it's a long story, but maybe one day I'll tell you guys that story. I want to see you take a motorcycle on an epic road trip through Andes and Colombia. But that's other kind of content I like watching. I like watching those motorcycle contents where they just put a GoPro on the helmet and they just go and they just discover and interact with people. I love that. Also, the guys who do in the city, like in the States too, there's these guys that ride these Surons, which are electric bikes, which that was after my time of being in the States. I wish I would have had that back then. But they get on these tour runs, they just drive around the city like in LA. They go around different neighborhoods and just drive around with their camera, interacting with people. I would love to do that. Unfortunately, I don't know how to drive a motorcycle. I when I had my scooter, which was the Yamaha NMAX 150, it would shake the handlebars, and I have old injury here on this bone, and it acts up a little bit. So by the shaking, it was hurting my hand a lot. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that. But that to me, that seems so much fun. There's another guy that Pablo Irmov. He's an Argentinian YouTuber, Spanish, and he's traveling from Argentina up to Alaska, and he just goes through all the countries. It's amazing, man. I love that. I love watching that content. I think that'll be a lot of fun if I was to do that, but who knows? Also, riding a motorcycle is dangerous, especially here in Colombia when you're riding those curves and the freaking 18 wheelers and the buses the pass people on the curve. You're taking a curve, and all of a sudden you have an 18 wheeler in the same lane as you going full speed, and then on your right is a cliff. On your left is another car coming. Super dangerous. No reality show. It's on A&E. You can watch it now. It's not a reality show. It's a Fugitive Hunters Mexico. Cycling. Yeah, I used to ride a bicycle in Medellin. But again, the main streets are super dangerous. A bus almost killed me. I was on the main street. I was on San Juan on my bicycle, and I was in the middle lane. Because here in Colombia you can cut through the cars, and the bus literally changed lanes on top of me, and I had to put my arm against the side of the bus to keep me from falling over, and I freaking burnt my arm for the friction burn, and he just kept on. I put the brakes on. I put this like this, and he just kept on crossing over. He didn't care about running me over. Buses here in Colombia, unfortunately, run over people. There was a case, I think, in downtown at Centro. A lady was just standing on the side of the road, like off the curve, and the bus came and just ran her over and kept on going. Just it's dangerous, man. Super dangerous. One of the nice things about your channel, David, is that you speak with the locals. I often share your videos with my friends, and your friend, and she is from Medellin. I can ask her questions afterwards. Nice, bro. I'm happy you like it. Yeah, buses are super scary here. Actually, I have a friend when she was a kid, a little girl. She was getting off the bus, and the bus started driving as she was getting off, and she fell down. and the bus almost ran over her. The dad had to pull her out. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let me see. Let me see what Nati says. Entonces que salgo ya. She doesn't know I'm doing a live stream. Okay, so we got 92 people and 90 likes. All right, we're almost at the equal. And we had in this stream, we have one person join the membership, and I appreciate you, man. I really do. It was Oscar. I appreciate you. And another person gave a super chat. I appreciate you, man. And I do consultations. Send me a message on Instagram. We can set that up. Uh, I wouldn't drive anywhere in Colombia. It seems too dangerous. Just gonna take Ubers everywhere. Yeah, Ubers and the metro and the buses. Well, I'm talking about dangerous buses, but the buses, man, that bus I took up to the highest neighborhood in Medellin, Bello Oriente, that was crazy. I kind of showed in the film how there were like these super skinny, tiny roads, like very tiny, and big buses trying to pass each other, and big trucks, and then people leaving their motorcycles in the middle of the road, so the bus had to go around them, and this and that. And then the bus having to back up on a hill, on a steep incline, and then go back. It was crazy. Like they do that every day. It's crazy, man. They're really good drivers. It's super dangerous. Okay, so we have a confirmation that yes, I need to leave to go meet Nati. All right, guys, it was fun. Let me know right now, real quick. Do you guys want me to keep on doing my lives, and will you watch? Okay, and then stay tuned for my video coming out tomorrow. Hopefully you guys like it. It's actually no, I apologize. I told you before the video coming out tomorrow is a food thing. No, it's not. It's not a food thing. It's me going to another neighborhood and walking around. There was a moment that was kind of sketchy. So that was interesting as well. So check out my video tomorrow coming out at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then the following week is the food video. I'm putting out one video a week on Saturday because I need to catch up to going out and filming. But as I get more content, maybe I might do two, like Wednesday, Saturday. I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah. I see what people said. Have a great weekend. Thank you for everything, bro. Please do more videos exploring Colombia. I plan to. Thanks. Yes, yes. Talk about places and things to avoid. Cuidado, David. Cool, bro. All right, guys. I'll see y'all next video or next whatever. Ciao, ciao.